All right, guys, today we are going to be making a cup of cocoa. Start in the center towards the top of your paper with a smile almost. Then you're going to flip your paper upside down and reverse that to make an oval. We're going to make a cylinder, which is the shape of a mug. From that oval, I'm making 2 lines. Now I want to make that same curve line to connect the 2 parallel lines I made. Now I'm going to make the handle, a C, and then I'm going to make a smaller C inside. Now I'm going to, again, repeat that curve. That makes it look like there's something in the cup. Now I'm going to make some steam. Then I'm going to make a line for my table that goes behind the cup. Now I'm going to create a pattern on the table. I'm making mine a checkerboard by making lines go in one direction and then making lines that go in the opposite direction. Now I'm going to move on to my mug and I'm going to make some polka dots. I'm going to make a pattern on my handle, some stripes. I'm going to make a watercolor resist, which means I use oil pastel and water. Oil pastel and water do not like each other. They aren't friends. They want to get away from each other. So when you paint on top of this, the paint's going to move away. So I'm just coloring in some different things that I want to look extra bright. Some of my pattern. I'm going to again make this checkerboard pattern here where I'm skipping every other rectangle. And mine's going to look like a blue pattern there. I want to color fairly hard with the pastel. If you do it lightly, the paint kind of sits on it differently. So color nice and hard, fill it in. And then when we use the paint will just kind of move away from that pastel. When you're using paint, remember that your paintbrush is a ballerina. It should always be on tippy toes. You're going to start with brown. Brown is not in the set. Brown is separate, so you'll have to look at your table and find the brown. Then you may use any colors you like for the rest. You want to make sure that you're adding enough water. If your paintbrush looks scratchy, that means that it's thirsty and it needs some water. So make sure that you're adding water. When you add more water, your color will get lighter. By stirring with less water, you make a darker color. It's okay if you go over your pastel. Remember, they don't like each other. Pastels and watercolor paint are not friends. They don't get along and they try to stay away from one another. I'm trying to keep my paintbrush right on its tippy toes. Remember, nobody wants to go to the booty scootin' ballet. It ain't pretty. So keep that ballerina up on his or her tippy toes. This will make your paper look nice and neat. And I'm filling in my last area, covering up any white. You'll notice that I'm only painting an area one time. So I look for white spots and put some paint over top of it. One last little spot here and I'm done.